Welcome to Out of the Closet into the World, the podcast where we'll break down walls, lift up voices, and celebrate the strength of being your true self. I'm your host, Ada Arancibia. We will hear inspiring stories of people who have faced challenges and embrace who they really are. Join me on this journey of honesty, empowerment, and change. Together, let's step out of the closet and into the world. Let's dive in. Imagine being forced out of your home simply because of who you are. No place to go, no one to turn to. For far too many LGBTQ plus individuals, especially us transgender individuals, that's not just our story, it's our life. But it doesn't have to be this way. Today, we're diving deep into the growing crisis of LGBTQ plus homelessness, and more importantly, what can we do to make a difference in 2025? Let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome back to Out of the Closet into the World. I'm your host, Ada Arancibia, a proud transgender woman of color, and today we're tackling a topic that hits close to home. For many in our community, LGBTQ plus homelessness. Did you know that LGBTQ plus youth make up 40% of the homeless population, even though they are just 7% of the total youth population? That's shocking, right? And this isn't just a youth problem. Trans adults, especially Black and Brown trans folks, are also at the risk of homelessness due to discrimination in housing and jobs. These aren't just numbers. These are real people, our brothers, sisters, and siblings. So let's talk about why this is happening and how we can help. Okay, so let's break it down. LGBTQ plus people face higher rates of rejection from family and communities. Imagine being told you are no longer welcome in your own home because of who you love or how you identified. Then there is jobs discrimination. Even with protections in place, it's still hard for many LGBTQ folks to get hired or to keep a job once they are outed. And don't even get me started on the housing market. Landlords can still find ways to discriminate, especially against trans people. You want to know what's worse? The shelters are often unsafe. Many trans people are turned away or forced into facilities that don't align with their gender identity. It's a cycle of rejection and survival that no one should have to face. Now, let's pause for a moment and think about what this feels like. I recently read an article about a young trans woman named Maya from New York. At the age of 18, her parents kicked her out for being true to herself. She spent months couch surfing and eventually ended up on the streets in New York City. Maya said, "Every single night, I wonder if I will wake up the next day safe. But the worst part was feeling invisible, like no one cared." Stories like Maya remind us why this conversation is so important. It's not just about housing, it's about dignity, safety, and belonging. Now, here is the part where we come in as a community. What can we do in 2025 to help? The first thing that we should look into is to support LGBTQ plus shelters and housing programs. There are amazing organizations like the Ally Forney Center and True Colors United that provide safe spaces. You can donate if you can, or even volunteer your time. We also should look into advocate for policy changes, push for laws that protect LGBTQ people in housing and employment. We want to call your local representative, right? You want to sign petitions and make some noise. You want to educate your community and the allies. The more people involved and understand the struggles of the LGBTQ plus homelessness, the more likely they are to help. Share resources, start conversations, and challenge the biases when you see them. And the last thing that we should do is to offer direct help. If you know someone in need, offer support. It could be as simple as sharing information about local shelters and connecting them with resources and the right individual. Together, we can create a world where no one has to choose between being themselves and having a safe place to sleep at night. As we wrapped up, I want to leave you with this. Maya's story didn't end up on the streets. She found a shelter that embraced her for who she is. With time and support, she's now studying to become a social worker, determined to help others like her. This shows that change is possible, but it starts with us standing up, speaking out, and showing compassion. Remember, your voice matters, your story matters, and together we can change the world. To everyone listening and watching, remember, you are enough. Your journey is your own. No matter where you are in life, always know that you are loved, you are supported, and you can live out your truth. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and join the conversation on social media. Let's make 2025 a year of action and hope for our LGBTQ community. Thank you for joining us on Out of the Closet into the World. We'll see you next time. With gratitude, Ada. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to follow me on social media to stay updated and join this movement. I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below. With gratitude, Ada.